Welcome back. We have been discussing the murder of 4 University of Idaho students almost 6 weeks ago. Still no arrest and no suspect. And you just heard from the Moscow, Idaho police chief, still remaining tight-lipped. Is there any way of knowing right now, and again, I know there's things you can't say, but of whether this murderer is still in the area or may be far away by now?
Like I said, we're not disclosing any of that, but there's some of that we just don't know at this point. We're still trying to put everything together. We've said all along that we need people to be vigilant. We need people to pay attention because we're not sure exactly where the individual is.
Okay, so to discuss more about the case in that interview, I want to welcome criminologist Dr. Casey Jordan to the show. Thank you for being here, Dr. Jordan. I mean, you heard the chief there. Not a lot of new information. I mean, do you think I can't tell. I mean, do you think they really still know almost nothing at this point about who did this?
It's a great question, and I watched that interview, and the one sentence I wrote down is that we're not going to disclose anything, which just means there's nothing new under the sun. And this has been the theme since the outset. And, you know, they're defensive. We did our due diligence, but at least I believe he's being truthful when he says, we really don't know. We have no suspects. We don't know if he's in the area or not in the area. And they're asking people to be vigilant, but you know, they have a lot of tips at this point. I understand more than 10,000 tips have come in. That requires a lot of manpower. I do think that they are going through it very slowly. But I can tell you, and you raised the perfect question, if it's not solved in the first 48 hours or in the first week, are we losing a bit of hope? Because for me, the longer it takes for them to isolate a suspect or get any kind of leads better than a white Elantra, the more likely it is to be somebody who is a stranger predator. Because if it was somebody known to these students or in the area, far more likely they would have leads and have made an arrest by now, or at least tell us they have a person of interest.
Yeah, that's what I keep thinking. I've been in Idaho for like almost a month. I mean, the fact that they haven't been able to track this person down and, you know, make a DNA match or whatever, it just makes you wonder, like, is this almost like a professional in a way, not just some college kid who got in a fight with the girls or something who you'd think like someone like that would leave a blood trail or make a mistake? I mean, do you think this might be like more of an organized thing?
Yeah, I heard you ask the chief that question, and he kind of sidestepped it. And I have to say, from the outset, kind of went out on a limb and said this looks like the psychology of a predator similar to a serial killer. And that is not to say I think this person has done it before, but I wouldn't be surprised if this person does it again. So it seems to me, because we don't see homicides like this, 4 people stabbed, not shot, and it's not a family, so it's not a family annihilation. Doesn't appear to be a pseudo-commando, just based on what we know about the crime scene. It appears that if it was vindictive or revenge, so-called targeted, we would have a suspect by now. And don't forget, they've walked that back. They thought it was targeted, I think, simply based on the nature of the wounds and the nature of the knife attack. But they're not sure. And when we see killings like this, it seems to be based usually in fantasy. And since there was no sexual assault, it's not what we would consider to be hedonistic lust, more likely to be thrill-based. Somebody who is killing out of an extreme frenetic emotion, but possibly who feels no emotion, somebody who may be completely psychopathic, to the extent that they want to know what it feels like to kill 4 young people, get away with it. And if they like that feeling, you can be sure they might think about doing it again.
Yeah, it's so awful. I was hoping by Christmas maybe these families would get some justice. That's not going to happen. The families have told me their biggest fear is that this could happen again. And to hear you say the possibility of a serial killer is really, really scary. Dr. Casey Jordan, thank you so much for coming on with us tonight. I hope you have a Merry Christmas.
You too. Great to be here.
Oh. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.